Hi there everyone, this is Shivnath, and in this video we are going to see what is a palindrome. So we are going to write a program that will check whether a word or a sentence is a palindrome or not. So let's find out what is a palindrome. Any word or phrase which spells the same both backward and forward is a palindrome. So let me give you some examples. Words like Anna, noon and mom spells the same both forward and backward. So the phrase like don't nod, I did I, my gym, they all spell the same, both backward and forward. You have to also consider that when we are going to write this program, we are not going to consider the special characters like apostrophes, commas, etc. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's write the code that is going to find whether a phrase or a word is a palindrome or not. So let's start the function. This palindrome. We are going to pass a string to this function, and inside of this function we are going to make our string lowercase. So we are just going to check for the lowercase letters whether they are palindrome or not. So let's make it lowercase. After that, we are going to create a array of our string. So in order to do that, we are going to define string dot split. Then we are going to define the valid characters for which we want to check the palindrome. So valid characters. So right now we will only be checking for small letters. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right. And then we are going to also make it into a array. After that, we will only save the characters which match these alphabets in our string. So to do that, we have to make a check. So as we are only allowing these small letters, we will have to check and filter out any special characters from our string. So let's do it. For that, we have to first define a filter letter array. So this empty array is going to store the letters excluding all the special characters like comma, apostrophe, etc. Next, we have to loop through the characters in our string. So what we can do is we can take the character array and then we will loop through it. So character index of character is greater than -1. That means we have to push it to our filtered letter array. All right. So what I did here is I checked whether the character that we are currently looping through is present in the valid characters. If it is present, then we will not be returned -1. Then we will be returned the position of that character in this array that we created. So then we are going to push it to our filtered letter arrays. So let's see. The last thing that we have to see is to check our filtered array with its reversed form. So let's do it. Result. We are going to join it to make it into a string, and then we are going to compare it to the filtered letter array dot reverse, which is going to reverse the array, and then we are going to join it, and if both of them are equal, we are going to return true, else we are going to return false. Now we have to return the result, this unknown result. Now let's check whether our palindrome functions work or not. So what was the name of our function? Is palindrome. Let's see. And we are going to pass a phrase that is a palindrome. So I will paste in an example here. Let's check. Okay guys, so there was this small issue in my code. So basically you have to pass an empty string into it, and now hopefully it is going to start to work properly. Now you can see that we are getting the answer of true, because this phrase is going to be the same both forward and backward, excluding all the special characters. So this is how we find palindrome. Let's make some changes and see, and you will see that we are getting false because it no longer is the same both forward and backward.